throughout history. Have you heard of? By Mrs. Gurwicz's third graders.
Everyone knows something about Native American Indians. Most people can name Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull, Geronimo, or Pocahontas. We wanted to learn about these people and more Native Americans who have made a difference and achieved great goals.
Pocahontas by Brooke. Chief Powhatan, her father, was the most powerful leader in their land. The Powhatan tribe lived in what is now known as Virginia. Pocahontas was born in 1595. She was a Native American princess. The name Pocahontas means playful. Pocahontas loved her home and the land where she lived. She did not know much about the world until a captain named John Smith came to Virginia in 1607. She later married John Rolfe and traveled to England. We remember her for helping bring peace to the land.
Nancy Nahay Ward by Sylvia. Nahay, also known as Nancy Ward, was a Cherokee woman who lived in the mid-1700s. She began to blend into the white world because she wanted peace between the Cherokees and the settlers. Nancy watched her work being destroyed as treaty after treaty was broken. She was on the Tribal Women's Council. She was granted a power not even given to the chiefs. She could determine the fate of captives. She determined if they would be killed, made slaves, be let go, or adopted into the tribe. Nahay used her powerful position of war woman to promote peace between the Cherokee and white settlers, and the British, the French, and other tribes.
Tecumseh by Sri Ram. Tecumseh was born in 1768. 6 years later, his father died. When he was 15 years old, he fought his first war. Later, his brother died. When he grew older, he wanted to make peace with the white men. A little time after, a treaty was signed that sold the land of Ohio to the white men. Tecumseh thought that these chiefs were weak. He thought that if all the tribes banded together, they would be unstoppable. He asked all the tribes to join him, and they agreed. A few years later, he went to speak with Governor Harrison. Harrison said that if they make war again, it will end in misery. Tecumseh went back to Indiana. He didn't want to make war. After a few years, Tecumseh and his warriors went into battle. They thought they could win. Tecumseh aimed his war club at an American officer, but the officer shot him. Today, Tecumseh is known as the Shawnee leader who gave his life for his people.
Sacagawea by Ava. Sacagawea was born in 1788 and was a member of the Shoshone tribe. When Sacagawea was 12, she was stolen by the Hidatsa tribe. She was a slave. Later, Sacagawea was traded to Toussaint Charbonnet. Sacagawea helped Lewis and Clark cross the Mississippi River and cross through the Shoshone village. In the end, Sacagawea missed Lewis and Clark, but she moved on to live a happy life. Sacagawea died in 1812. Sacagawea is remembered as a leader and a guide. She is remembered as a helper.
Red Cloud by Damon. Red Cloud was born in 1822 in Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Red Cloud was a powerful chief of his Sioux tribe and war leader. That's why he's remembered. Red Cloud got his first horse at age 6. He was a very quick learner. He had a daughter and named her Running Doe. His father was Chief Lone Man, and his mother was Walks As She Thinks. There are 10 schools named after Red Cloud. He died in 1909 of old age. His name lives on.
Geronimo by George. Geronimo was a brave warrior. He helped fight the settlers when they came and took over the Apache lands. At first, the Native Americans and the settlers were peaceful. Soon, the settlers accused the Indians of kidnapping the settler's son. The fighting moved up from there. Geronimo was born in 1829 and died in 1909. Geronimo had a lot of great events in his life. He becomes the youngest Apache warrior, refuses to surrender with his chief to the U.S. Army, captured and taken to the Sand Squirrels Reservation, Arizona. He eventually got out of the reservation.
Sitting Bull by Shane. Today, people say Sitting Bull was the strongest and boldest of his race. He is probably the most remembered Indian who ever lived. He is quoted as saying, "We must all stay together. One finger, see, it is nothing, but 5 fingers together, they make a fist." No one knows for sure when he was born. They think he was born around 1830 or 1831. Sitting Bull mostly lived in Black Hills. At one point, the Sioux moved up to Canada. He fought to protect his people, their lands, and their ways. His most famous war was Little Bighorn, also known as Custer's Last Stand. Sitting Bull was a great Indian.
Black Elk by Patrick. Black Elk was born in 1863. At age 4, Black Elk had a vision. It told him, "Behold, a sacred voice is calling you. All over the sky a sacred voice is calling you." Black Elk stood there for a while and then left. He felt sort of sad but didn't know why. The next day he had another vision and received a magic healing stick. That day there was a battle. They believed the Sioux won because of the healing stick. A month later there was a great sickness, and that's when Black Elk became a medicine man. Black Elk fought in many wars and was a very strong warrior. Chief Joseph by Luke A. Chief Joseph was a chief and peacemaker and did not want war. He was important because he was not a war chief, but instead helped his tribe try to keep peace. Joseph would not sell their land for money because they had to grow and live on the land. He was important for trying to make peace. Chief Joseph was a Nez Perce Indian. He is remembered for his bravery in trying to keep his people free.
Susan La Flèche Picotte by Proceed. Is that slow? Susan was born in 1865 and she died in 1915. She was a doctor for her people. Her father was Chief Joseph. She was an Omaha Indian. Susan LaFleche Picotte became so active in her community. She helped people. Susan LaFleche Picotte was the first Native American woman to become a doctor in the United States.
Kalasaw by Luca. Kalasaw was born in South Dakota in 1876. She was a Sioux Plains Indian. When she was 12, she went to a Quaker missionary school. At school, she learned she had a pure talent for music. She learned how to play violin and piano. She followed her dream and went to Earlham College in Indiana. She joined glee clubs and bands. She played in concerts. She became a very famous Native American violinist. She's a very important person in Native American history.
Jim Thorpe by Armand. Jim Thorpe was a member of the Sac and Fox Nation. He was born on May 28, 1887 in Oklahoma. Jim Thorpe was in the Olympics in 1912, where he won gold medals. In the Olympics, he did the pentathlon and the decathlon. When he was playing football, he was on the team called the New York Giants. Jim Thorpe was married 3 times and had 8 children. He is remembered today for being a great athlete and Olympian.
Betty Mae Tiger Jumper by Manuela. Betty Mae was born in 1923. She was born in Florida. Betty Mae grew up to be a wonderful helper, student, nurse, and leader. She founded a medical clinic for her people. She even helped her husband by wrestling alligators when he was sick so they could still make money. Betty Mae got to be a Seminole tribal leader. She was the first woman to be a leader in modern times. Betty Mae soon got cancer. She died in 1990, but she is still remembered for everything she did for her people. Maria Tallchief by Kate. Why is Maria Tallchief remembered? She was a ballerina who died just recently. She died April 11, 2013. She was part of the Osage tribe. She became a famous ballerina. She never gave up. She was very kind. She was very graceful. Maria worked extremely hard to achieve her dream of becoming a ballet dancer. She danced with the American Ballet Theater as its prima or first ballerina. At one time, Maria Tallchief was called America's greatest ballerina. In 1966, when she was 41, Maria gave up dancing to be with her husband and daughter. Maria was 88 years old when she died. We will remember her.
Russell Means by Graham. Russell Means was born in 1939. He is Lakota Indian of the Plains. He is known as a protester for Indian rights. He went on one of the longest walks in the native world to bring attention to tribal rights. He had a role in the movie The Texas Ranger. Russell made 2 songs called Electric Warrior and The Radical. He wrote an autobiography called Where the White Men Fear to Tread. He has made a difference in the native world for many native people. Jacoby Ellsbury by Sumner.
Jacoby Ellsbury was born in Oregon and grew up there. He lived in Arizona and New Mexico as a young boy, too. He spent time with his grandmother and visited his many clan relatives during the summer. Jacoby is a Navajo Indian. Jacoby Ellsbury became the first Navajo to play Major League Baseball. He is playing for the Boston Red Sox. Ellsbury has not forgotten his Navajo people. He has a baseball camp for Native American children ages 8 to 16. I think he is a fantastic person who kept on trying to improve his skills until he got better.
We have learned so much about Native American Indians. We know just how important Indians have been throughout history. We have learned of the many contributions Native Americans have made recently.